Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho.
Yo, what's good? Where you tuning into the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King Guy and the other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
What's good, Joe? How you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, but it's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Yeah, I see that, man. Especially in your state of Florida, man. I see a lot going on over there. I see that Florida State Board of Education approved the new standards for Black history is taught in the public schools. I read a little bit about it, and it's crazy how they're trying to switch that up. Because I don't think they ever like really taught or even really taught the real truth about the Black history. And it's kind of crazy. A European, I don't think a European can even teach about Black history. Me personally, but a lot of us can't even teach each other about Black history because we've been a lot of stuff done been swept under the rug, been hid from us, even way in the Bible days, because everybody know Black if you want to really break it down. But what you think about that, man? Because you being a resident and a homeowner and a citizen of the state of Florida, and your kids do go to public schools,
Right.
and I know you know a little bit more about that, or heard anything about that as far as with other parents. Y'all having any talks about that, or what you hearing more about that as far as what's gonna go moving forward?
I'm hitting all kind of stuff down here, to be honest with you. I mean, I agree with you. Black history was never really taught in public education, period. So that's number one. And if they do teach it, it's basically Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and that kind of stuff. I have talked to a couple fathers. I have talked to a couple mothers about the issue, and okay, so in one sense, it's real weird because the way they want to teach it now is basically saying that Black people or enslaved Black people, which was the slaves back then, benefited from slavery, picking up skills like blacksmith and tilling land and all this other crap.
Picking up skills is hilarious.
It's stupid as hell, bro. Because think about this. First of all, you went over there and got people from a land where they was already doing that stuff anyways. They didn't get the Black people that was disabled. They didn't get the Black people that was really old. They got the youth, and they got the skilled laborers and the people that was already doing stuff over there. See, that's a part of history that they don't teach. They got people that knew how to cook, knew how to clean, knew how to build homes and stuff. Like Africans been doing that since the beginning of time. They've been doing that. And for them to say we picked up skills or they picked up skills, and furthermore, we didn't get paid. See, that's the whole thing. So this go back to reparations too. It's like, okay, if we picked up those skills and we provided that service, when do the ancestors or the lineage of the ancestors get paid for that? You know what I'm saying? Like let's think about this. So with that being said, the whole education talk wasn't never really a serious talk until they basically said, we're going to teach you the way we want to teach you. That's a no-go for me. I already told my kids, like, if it's something that you hear in school that you're not comfortable with, tell them you don't want to participate and tell them they need to call their daddy. If they got a beef, we can talk about it. They want to put them out of school, we can talk about it. It is what it is. I think as sun-kissed people, because I don't even want to call us Black no more, we sun-kissed. You know what I'm saying? we need to start taking stands. We need to start taking stands against school boards, government officials, everything that don't have nothing to do with our community, period. We bring too much money into this land, whether it be Florida or America, period. We bring too much culture, too much swag, just anything that's dealing with America, we 9 times out of 10 brought it. And for them to not respect us enough to put us in the forefront or put us in history, because see, they keep saying black history. It ain't black history, it's American history. American history is black history. You can't have America without black people, period. Correct. You understand what I mean? And this governor, he's like the worst kind of supremacist to me, because he's passive aggressive. He the one that poured the gasoline on the fire. So then you get these dumb supremacists that walk around with their chests all out and say and do whatever. And then somebody like myself or yourself, we ain't with all that talking. See, the problem is we need to understand our culture. We need to understand and learn our history that being kept away from us, and we teach that. I text your son this morning. I text a couple more nephews and nieces, and I told them the same thing. Go to school, do good, get your lesson, listen. But don't never feel like it's wrong. It's okay to get 2 educations. No they shit and no our shit, period. That makes you 2 times smarter. So with that being said, it's wrong what they're doing. They putting it on paper. They also are bringing in this company called Prager University, which is a conservative. Well, I ain't gonna say conservative. They're a predominantly white institution that comes in and whitewash everything. Yeah, Andrew Jackson owned slaves, but guess what? He was a president. But they ain't telling you he's raping people and having kids out of wedlock and all this other stuff, raping little girls, not people, raping little girls, butt breaking young men, and all this other stuff. See, the history, they don't want to teach the real history because they make them look like bad guys. Well, if you ain't gonna teach it regardless, you're gonna look like the bad guy. Because right. I'm gonna tell my kids. See, but the thing about it though, bro, and I know I'm rambling, this is gonna put people like myself and yourself and people that think for themselves and know the history. It's gonna make everything a little bit more dangerous for us, because those supremacists is gonna put a target on people like us back. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not the type that just gonna let them say anything and do anything, and we ain't gonna be running and all that other stuff. We stand our ground. So, which is a law in Florida, so we can stand our ground. But to all that to say this, teach your own kids right from wrong. Teach your own kids the law and teach them our history. They can teach them whatever they need to teach them to get out of school, right, to graduate. But we got to teach them our history. We can't depend on no system. The system ain't made for us.
Right, exactly. The system been alive from the beginning anyways. And that's the whole purpose of the public education anyways, man, to try to hide and sweep everything on the rug. But let's go back to that statement when you're saying black people, black Americans, they benefited from slavery. The only people that benefited from it is the slave owners, the Europeans. They the only people that benefited from it, bro. Think about it, man. If I could get free labor from people, you know what I'm saying, for so many years, like who benefited, bro?
No. Not so many years, so many centuries.
Right. But it's crazy, bro, because it's like y'all the only one that benefited from it, bro. The only one. Like till this day, think about it. Plantations, bro. Acres and acres of land that I could just pass down generation after generation. Something that I just stole from somebody else, pretty much. Or, somebody done picked all this cotton up, somebody done built the White House and built my house and did all this stuff for us, bro, for free. You see what I'm saying? For free. So the only people that I see benefit from it is the Europeans, the so-called white Americans. So I just don't like that statement, bro. I don't see where any black person that's um that had to work or had to do any type of slave work against their will benefited from anything. That don't even make no sense, bro. That's like saying, that prisoner, he benefited from, doing time. Even though he didn't do the crime, he did 35 years. Oh, damn, my bad, bro. You ain't do it. We just found out you didn't do it, but you benefited from it.
Makes you a better person.
It make you a better person. That don't make any sense to me, bro. And going back to the education part of it, I just know, man. Even like you said, bro. Even when we was in school, it was never a Black history, Black American studies that I took in public schools. Period, bro. Like you said, every time when Black History Month come around, Martin Luther King. That's all they scream, bro. Martin Luther King. The Rosa Parks. The ones that kind of that kind of sound good in the history books, man. You don't never hear about the Marcus Garveys and the Malcolm X's and Nat Turner and those guys. The ones that kind of stood up and were like, "Hold on, no, we ain't with that." They don't teach that. So, like you said, bro, it's really up to our household and our people to continue showing our kids this type of things, man, because they trying to sweep everything on the rug. Like, oh no, bro, we can't show them how we was hanging them. We can't show them how we made the black babies into gator bait. We can't show them all that. You know what I'm saying? This is Florida, bro. That's probably one of the worst states ever, bro. When it comes to that, when it comes to that real racism.
Yep.
In the things that it did, and the governor down there, I could tell he's trying to bring all that back. And then he got the followers that gonna follow him to try to bring all that back. And then I don't like how the NAACP and some of these other leaders and like the Democrats and all that trying to tell people not to go to Florida. Like, nigga, where's they gonna go, bro? Like, why are you putting that fear factor in these people? I don't get it, bro. Because ain't nobody gonna stop me from going nowhere, bro. I don't get it. Because the people that stay down there, like yourself, what y'all supposed to do? Just move out of state because y'all got a governor that's super aggressive and talking reckless. Because he really just trying to start a whole civil war down there. And I mean, after a while, bro, somebody gonna have to be like, hey, they got to remove him. So what is he like? He got like an 8-year term, pretty much.
I don't know, man, because I mean he do a lot of underhand stuff, bro. To be honest, like you ain't really even supposed to be running for president while you governor. He went under like he did some old stuff where he changed the law. You know what I'm saying? Without everybody knowing. Like he do a lot of stuff. And
I didn't know that though, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's something new. That's something I just found out. Then you saying that if you are an active governor of a state, you can't run for a president?
I don't know other states, but I'm Florida at that time. No, till he changed the law, and then too he changed the law where we can't audit his stuff.
He changed the state law. Know what you're saying?
Yeah. It's a state law. It's a state law, not federal law. But and also we can't audit his stuff to see where money is going, what he spent money on, and stuff like that. And like say for instance, he sent buses and planes to Texas to pick up the illegals, immigrants, to send them to New York and Boston and all this other place. But I'm like, bro, we stay in Florida. We ain't got no border problem in Florida. What you sending our money over there for? You feel me? You wasting our resources, So, I mean, he playing the game and they letting him play the game. And, like I said before, he either going to get down or lay down. And sooner or later, we going to have to either stand on business or we just going to continue the cycle. Now, if you want to continue the cycle, that's cool. That's on you. But me personally, I'd rather be a corpse than, be anybody's slave or anybody boy or anybody anything when it comes to that. And I ain't raising my sons and my daughters on that and my nephews and my nieces. We speak God into them. Mm-hmm. We tell them, hey, you better than everybody else. I don't, people are, you don't tell nobody they better. Nah, you better than everybody else. That's confidence we got to have. See, that's the issue. with education, with all this other stuff. These folks don't want to compete with us. Period. They already done set us back 100 years, and guess what? We done caught up. Now we got doctors, we got lawyers, we got people that own land and everything else. We done caught up, and they trying to figure out, like, damn, why we drying up? Because they didn't have the work ethic as us. You know what I'm saying? The inventions, if I don't know how to do it this way, I'm gonna figure it out this way. That kind of mindset, it's in us. It's ingrained in us. I'm not saying all of them is bad, or all of them, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with them right now. What I'm telling my our folks, you can't say we benefited from anything that slavery did. We ain't benefit nothing from slavery. To this day, ain't nobody benefited from no slavery but the Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? The Europeans, as my brother say, them is the ones that, you know, they didn't build their house. Guess who built their house? Blacks. So us building their house, now we got an architect license. You know what I'm saying? We benefited from it, and we still can't build our own house. You understand what I mean?
That's
so,
exactly what I was about to say, bro. We didn't get the opportunity to get no jobs or anything after slavery.
Okay, so like blacksmithing, right? You know, you make the horseshoe for the horses. Black people weren't even allowed to ride on horses like that. You see a black man on a horse, and one of these little bitty towns, like where we from, back then, back in the day, they gonna kill you. You know, it's on Django. Look at Django. What that nigga doing on that horse? You know what I'm saying? That was Steven said. Another brother, a so-called brother. So that all that, man, they just trying to go backwards. They trying to take us backwards. And if we let them take us backwards, then we deserve it. At the end of the day, I ain't going backwards.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro. It's really up to the culture, is up to the citizens and the people of the state of Florida and just the surrounding states also to not allow that to happen.
It ain't even Florida though, bro. It's happening in Texas. It's happening in Montana. It's happening in all these states.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It just, I mean, it's either we're gonna either deal with it or we're gonna step up and try to do something about it. But it's so many of us in our culture that are not gonna do a goddamn thing about it, bro. Because we ran by money. We ran by status. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they're like, well, it ain't affecting me, bro. I'm straight over here. You see what I'm saying? So we can't come together as a group on no type of subjects, bro, in no type of situations, bro, to even clear that up. So I mean, we need more people like Jalen Brown, you know, just to bring him up. He just signed the biggest contract in NBA history, right? And the first on his mind is, how can we attack the wealth gap? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's trying to bring the Black Wall Street back to Boston. And you talking about Boston, Mass, one of the most racist goddamn cities out there. You know?
I think the first slave went to Boston, to be honest.
And then, I mean, the wealth gap is so wide up there in a lot of places, bro. But his thing is, he just saying, like, bro, you know, I'm gonna try to use my money. I'm gonna try to use my resources. I'm talking about, bro, the mindset of this guy. He been like this since he been in the league. You know, he's a very smart guy from Georgia. And his first thing is saying, hey, bro, how can I help my people out? Now I'm in a position to be able to bring in more generational wealth for my people, or just at least close the gap a little bit more for my people. You know, if he can get some more millionaires and billionaires that's on his status, because there's a lot of us out there now, bro. There's a lot of us out there that have money and have the resources. If they can just come together, bro, and just create some type of Justice League and just attack that, man, that'll be amazing, bro. So I love the way that he's going about that. And I hope something good come out of it, man. But we need more of that, though. We need more of that if we're trying to go to the next level, or even just play on the same playing field as the other guys.
I mean, you know, with Jalen Brown, bro. First of all, shout out to him. I love his
Shout out to
mindset.
Jalen Brown, bro. I've been a fan of
Hopefully
him
he
since
can
the
come on the
beginning.
show one day and bless us with some of his knowledge. But that's a brother that was raised right, you know. And he probably seen a lot, probably did, you know, done a lot, and then he in a world where he done made enough money, he don't even have to worry about nobody else. You feel me? But for him to come out in a press conference with all these microphones in his face, all these you know, all these people that don't look like him asking him questions, and the first thing he basically said, he wanna shrink the wealth gap and he wanna start a new Black Wall Street. Like that's amazing. You know, guys like LeBron, you know, guys like J. Cole and Trader Truth and T.I. It's a lot of people that do it. I feel that we get lost in the sauce when, you know, when those guys don't really come together because everybody got an ego. You know what I'm saying? I think people need to dumb their ego down a little bit and come together for the better good. But I'm also on the outside looking in because I don't have none of their money, period. But I'm willing to work with anybody that's gonna better our community. Like you know, we had our our family reunion last week. Last week I believe, and just to see the energy and the mindset of the young people in our family, and you know, that want to have more, that want to do more, that understand if we come together, we can build something beautiful. You know, without saying, well, we're gonna go over here and spend money with these folks. And hey, man, everybody that I spoke to at my family reunion, even the people that really ain't doing as much as they could at this time, got the mindset of let's get it, let's get it, and let's get it the right way. Let's work for it. Let's put our money together. Let's invest in some land. And it was, you know, we were there. It was a beautiful thing. Shout out my cousin Katrina from Miami. She gonna come on the show soon. Her mindset is beautiful. We got authors in his family. We have a lot of professionals in his family. We have people that can build in his family. And I was thinking to myself, like, this is my dream. This is my goal. This is what I want. And for Jalen Brown to come out there and say that out loud on a platform like that, that's a beautiful thing. And we got to start thinking like that. We got to stop thinking so much in the moment and think long term. If we're gonna be here long term, we gotta think long term. And you know, that comes from educating ourselves on us and also educating ourselves on the people that's against us. You know what I'm saying? It's the art of war. You gotta know what's going on.
That's very
And
important.
say, I don't deal with them people because them people. Now listen, you
That's
gotta
very,
know everything. If you're gonna be in this world, you gotta know. You know, like I tell our kids all the time, like, hey man, don't be saying ain't no excuses. You gotta know what them folks know. You know what I'm saying? Why you going, you know, don't sit up, ah man, don't wipe. Now listen to them. You need to know that history. You need to know why George Washington cut that damn cherry tree down. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that George Washington didn't have no real teeth in his mouth, and he took teeth out of black people's mouth and made dentures out of it. And they hair also. You feel what I'm saying? But see, they don't teach that part, and that's up to us to teach that, because they ain't gonna teach that in school. We can march, we can fight. The NAACP can do all kind of like take all the businesses out and the fracks and all the, you know, boule type stuff. They can leave, but guess what? People like myself, like yourself, and everyday middle class working Americans is still gonna be in this state. We still gonna have to go to work every day and clock in. We still gonna have to do certain things. So, you know, we can't just leave. We gotta be in the forefront. We gotta fight for our own. We really do, you know. So shout out to Jalen Brown, man, because that's, you know, that's a role model. That's what you call a role model.
most definitely a role model, man. Shout out to him and his family. Definitely a role model, and definitely somebody to look forward to. And just, I mean, I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? I like to see our black brothers and sisters make it to a level of generational wealth for their family, anyways, man. And the way he handling it right now is amazing. Um, And like I said, it's a lot of us out there doing that. There's a lot of us out there doing it on different levels too. You ain't got to be always rich.
Exactly.
Just having conversations about it. And that right there get the ball rolling. So we're gonna just continue doing that, man. And like you said, Mike, the education part of it, educate yourself, educate your kids as much as possible. I see what they're trying to do out here, and they're trying to go backwards when everybody like, man, what's going on? But hey, you gotta. It's a yin and a yang, bro. It's a positive and a negative out here too. So you got to live with it. You got anything else to say, bro?
Just shout out to our family. Shout out to our wives.
Shout out to the elders.
Shout out to our wives. Shout out to my sister-in-law for making my towel, Mike Chacho, and doing these shirts. Shout out to her, my favorite sister-in-law, even though she's my only sister-in-law. But anyways, just want to say thank you, and y'all keep supporting the channel, keep buying the merch, and we're gonna keep pushing the culture forward, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So once again, we want to appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King Guy and the other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bro. One.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in.
I don't even know.